Hello, I'm Yochanan El Rom, and this is Israel Up Close. The humanitarian crisis in Sudan continues to deteriorate, and while Israel may not seem like an ideal destination for Muslim refugees, hundreds have crossed the southern border in search of a better life for themselves and their children. Speaking on condition of anonymity so as to protect the lives of loved ones left behind in Sudan, several refugees at a shelter in the north of the country told IBA's Leah Stern of their ordeal.
Em fled an area in Sudan bloodied by genocide in search of safety and a better life. First, she made her way to Egypt, but soon realized she couldn't stay there.
It was really dangerous. You don't know even you have maybe if Egyptian police, they will put you in jail, maybe they will kill you even.
So Em crossed the border illegally into Israel. She was 2 months pregnant with a daughter by her side. They wandered through the desert for a day and a half until an IDF patrol picked them up. One of the first calls was to Rita.
There was a woman at the border, a Sudanese woman, with a baby, with a child, actually 6 years old. And if we didn't take her in, she would be separated from her child and put into prison.
Rita, who prefers that we do not publicize her full name, opened the shelter in the Western Galilee, where 12 Sudanese women and their 26 children have found refuge for the time being. They are given 3 hot meals a day, clothing, baby supplies, medical care, and a loving shoulder to cry on by Rita and her staff.
It's in Rita place now. For me, my children, no problem because I am safe and I am eating and I am sleeping. And when I am sick, they took me to the doctor and it's fine. But still also you don't know what's gonna happen for you.
Q didn't know what to expect when she fled Egypt with her 3 children. All Q ever knew was what her government had told her, that Israel was the enemy.
I don't care about if he's my enemy or my home enemy. I don't care about that. Just I want safe for my family. So if you run out, you see a heart or fire in your back. So you're going to run. You don't know what's going on, what's going for your future. You don't know what you're going to find in front of you. Just you run, and if you find there is good, it's good. If you find there is bad life, what you're going to do.
After crossing the Egypt-Israel border, Q was picked up by IDF soldiers.
The first time when I meet them, I'm not believe that because there were guns and all of them they hold my children and they give them juice and they give them water and cookies and I'm not believe. Immediately I cry. I say, what's going here? I heard Israel is not good. They like war. They like to kill people and I surprised that time. I cry.
There are approximately 300 Sudanese refugees in Israel. 200 of them, mostly men, are in detention. Under the law, the refugees are labeled asylum seekers. Some receive work permits, but because they are enemy nationals, they are still considered a security threat to the state.
This is a Muslim country. We are in conflict with most of the Muslim world. We do not know who these people are. This is a very serious problem. And we do know of attempts of countries like Sudan to try to send in agents to Israel to carry out terrorist activity. So there's a real concern that I understand and I sympathize with.
According to Anat Ben-Dor of the Refugee Rights Clinic at Tel Aviv University, these refugees have no legal status. What is clear is that Israel has promised not to return them back to Sudan, where their lives would be in danger. There was a period when the government wanted to send them back to Egypt. But in December 2005, some 30 Sudanese refugees were killed by Egyptian troops in front of the UN embassy.
They could be killed in Egypt. It's an unknown. We can't even make phone calls from here because they're scared that if their families are somehow, the government finds out that their families are being contacted by relatives in Israel, their lives are in danger.
In the meantime, 4 husbands have been released, but only 2 families have been reunited. The rest remain separated, unsure about their future.
So far, you had a daughter, Things seem to be getting better for you?
Yes, I think so. Because my husband is released, and then I get a baby here. I'm okay, but I think I will be okay. I hope, but I don't know the future. I don't know.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shabbat Shalom.
And as days turn into months and more women arrive unsure about the fate of their families, they gather strength from one another and the hope that their children will know better days. This is Leah Stern for IBA News.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shabbat Shalom.